everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey. Sorry it's been a little bit. I was down and out with the flu, but I am back and super excited to plan. You can see this week was a rainbow week, which is always, of course, my favorites. I was sick, and for the first half of the week, for sure, like missing my planner, not using it. So I'm gonna take this rainbow week into next week, but with something a little bit different. You can see I've pre-planned using my sticky notes because who would I be if I didn't? And I'm gonna pull in something. Okay, so my friend Allie at According to Allie uses a piece of wax paper to pull stickers ahead of time. And I thought that was genius, especially for a rainbow week, because it can take a really long time to locate the stickers, right? So for me, I wanted to cut down on some of that time. So that's where the wax paper came in. Now my friend Vicky from Chile that I met there, she's the sweetest person I have ever met. She did this really cool center boxes were full of these circle stickers. And I was like, oh my gosh, I never use circles. This would be perfect. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to do it first, which is crazy, I know, right? Because I don't do that, but we're gonna do it this week, why not? So I'm going to move all my sticky notes to the top and the bottoms so that I can use that center for my circles, and we will be set. So I'm just gonna pull these all up. I'm going to use a rainbow all the way across. I'm gonna start with pink. I'm gonna end with gold, and that's how we're gonna do it. So let's see. We're going to, I'm just gonna go crazy here, all right? So bear with me. We're gonna start with these big ones, and then we're gonna end with some bullet points. Now, there's a few things to keep in mind, all right? One is that I wanted to make sure to mix and match sizes and phrases versus icons, right? So I don't love using all words because I feel like that's boring. So let's mix it up, shall we? Well, because of that, there's not always, there's a lot of words on these circle stickers. You're hard pressed to find icons, but the cool part is that you can, and I was able to pull some stuff together. So as you can see, we're just doing it. We're putting down all the circles, and I did pull out, I identified like this one, I guess it was the only one that I can use for my plans. So I will add like the baseball game up here with the circle sticker to go all along with it. So now we are into blue, and there's just, oh my gosh, it's crazy. There's so many of these, but they're just all so fun and awesome, and I am very excited to use them. So we're just gonna pull them all in, and hopefully I don't get too many of them stuck over on the sticky notes I already put down, because I hate that when that happens, because then I've got to work around and figure it all out, and you know how that goes. It's not exactly easy. So, all right, I think that one's too big, which is a bummer, but it's all right. We'll make it work. Now, I'm not trying to be perfect, in case you hadn't figured that out. I am literally just laying these down. I didn't give this any thought beforehand, none of it. So I am just putting things here and seeing what happens. And I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm hoping anyway, when I get all done. We'll see. Using all different shades of these colors. Nothing that is too terribly cohesive in terms of like there's nothing that's just, oh, they're all the same shades. Nope, I wanted a really crazy myriad of different colors. So I just took them all and pulled them all out. Isn't that so fun? Oh my gosh, I'm already obsessed. Okay, so now we are into yellow over here, which is just amazing. And I'm loving this yellow one because I was lucky enough to find this little floral and it felt like I had just won, you know, like it was so exciting. And then there was not only that, but there was this really cute little like yellow emoji too. And I thought that was adorable. Now again, just trying to kind of keep them balanced, you know, like having some that are not words, and then obviously, like I already told you, lots of them are words because, well, there's nothing you can do about that. They just mostly are, for whatever reason, mostly are words. So that's all right. We're getting them all in here and it's pretty exciting. Now I'm going to add this game day one. I was really excited to find that game day one too because there are baseball games that day. And so I was able to add a game day sticker on a game day. Imagine that. And it matched my color palette. And you know, we all know that doesn't always happen. So I was excited to have it. All right, so now we can see here that we are into the first half of the week, and now I'm going to mix not only pink, but I'm going to do a little bit of red too. And so we are just going to add the red ones out here and the pink ones inside. And yeah, I think it's going to be great. Now I also found this pink and orange one. So we're going to just have that come over here. And before you get like, I don't know about this, Jenny, remember, we're going to add in small icons too. So it won't be completely, we're not completely done yet. And so this will take a little bit longer than maybe, I don't know, the average would, but that's all right. Now I'm going to pull this one up a tiny bit just because I want this one to be the top versus the bottom. And so I'm going to add this guy right here. Fun, right? So now I'm able to write the baseball game on a purple sticker, a purple circle sticker. I don't know if I'm going to love it or not. We'll see in the end, but yeah. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this guy out and we're going to start. All right. So my thought process is this. I'm going to add my to-do lists. Again, this is not something I ordinarily do. Usually I am keeping things kind of crazy, but because the center is crazy enough, we're going to just add a really basic rest of the week. Okay. So I'm pulling out. Now, I could use my journaling stencils. They're so cute. I could use my regular stencils, but I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate, if I can, because, you know, it's sometimes a struggle. Okay, so my checklist stamps, right? Now I'm going to use those to do my to-do lists down at the bottom. So I've got my clear block, and then I'm also pulling out orange, yellow. We'll do pink because I have that. Green and blue. That'll get me Monday through Friday of my to-do lists. So I will also pull out one baby wipe. I use Huggies because I like the texture, and then also when you wipe them off, they don't get a lot of lint on your stamp. Different baby wipes have different properties, and so you're not always able to get the same ones. And the Huggies ones are fairly inexpensive as well, and so it just works out really well for me. I also like the dampness of this particular brand. Going to prime the stamp by rubbing it on the back of my hand. I often see people talking about, oh, use a nail file. Don't use a nail file. Rub it on the back of your hand, or if you have a leg or, you know, whatever, that'll do the trick. We're going to go ahead, firm, even pressure throughout the entire block. There we go. See? that simple. I'm gonna just wipe it off. You don't have to wipe them off. They're fine. You're not damaging the stamp with the ink, but I wanna move on to orange. And so because of that, I want to, now I'm gonna prime it again, A, because I need to prime it, and B, I need to dry it off because I just used the baby wipe. I'm going to add the orange ink, which I'm sort of obsessed with, by the way, because I don't know, it's just a really vibrant and pretty color of orange. Firm, even pressure, not too hard, not too soft. You don't want to add too much ink. I'm going to wipe it off. Same thing as before. I will prime it, yet dry it at the same time since I just used the baby wipe. And this yellow one is great too. I really like it. Also, actually, I love all these colors. They're all really pretty. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing here. Now, I do notice that this one is a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do, because it's easier for me, I'm going to clean the ink off of that one top bullet point because it's just going to stamp on this smooth and it's not going to dry. So that's easiest for me ahead of time to do it. So firm, even pressure, boom. So now I have checklists for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now it's time to go back and add my activities, right? So I don't have any planned things on Monday, which is great. How exciting is that? I'll go ahead and take these off just because I want to make sure that I have plenty of room. Now, here's the thing. I've got to make 3 things fit here. Am I right? So what I'm going to do, I don't know how this is going to work, but I think that what I'm going to do is I'm not 100% sure. I was considering using, well, let's see what it looks like. Should we? I think that could be okay. All right, so we've got this that I can just put right there. And then I think the other thing that I'm going to do is take an orange sticker. See, I have more circles, so I could do circle, 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 but I think that might be too much, you know, like too many circles. So I'm going to instead go back to these boxes. Should I be able to find an orange one? Because I'm not 100% sure. Yep, here we go. All right, so we're gonna do this. All right, so now we've got a little bit of balance, right? Because those circles, that's a lot. That's a lot. Now, the other thing too that I need to add is that is a recycling day. So I need to go ahead and pull out my recycling sticker. This is the new household book. It's really awesome because there is a lot of those really basic stuff in here that you just gotta do. And then some fun icons too. So like, for example, the recycling stickers, they happen, you gotta note it. And so I will just put this up here. It's what I always do. And then I will be able to keep track of my recycling. So I'm going to then for Wednesday, I don't think I had any plans for Wednesday. So I will just let that be as well. Now I'm going to, oh, I have another idea. Sorry guys, I know this is crazy. There's just so many things that are going on. I'm gonna look at this book, right? This is the journaling book, probably my most favorite. I'm not even exaggerating. It's probably my favorite sticker book because I can do some watercoloring in that. And I think that's really neat. Now I also, this is cleaning day. So what I want to do is see if I can, I think that's probably it for the icons. So none of these really shout clean. None of those really shout clean either. So that's a little bit of a bummer. So I'm going to just ignore that and move on. I was going to do a cleaning icon right there, but I wanted to do some orange watercolor, and so we're going to worry about that later. All right, so now Wednesday, no plans. So I'm going to set this one aside, and then I will pull out this sheet. So now we have moved on to lots of plans Thursday, and we're going to go ahead and of course add my to-do list just to get that finished and on the paper. Going to look at this and see if I need to clean off my stamp, and I do, because that top one is going to run into the slick green sticker, and then I won't be able to, it'll just cause a mess is basically what we're getting at. Firm, even pressure, boom. I'm going to wipe it off so I can do the last one, which is the blue. The blue might be the same, I don't know, we'll see. Yep, it is. So I'm just going to go ahead, clean that off, dry it so that I can stamp. And there we go. Now, I don't do to-do lists on the weekends. I just don't, because I try to get all those little mundane things done during the week, and it's not an issue for me. I mean, occasionally I'll write things in there or whatever, but it's not that big of a deal. Now, I don't recall if this one had any green. I don't think it does. I could be completely wrong. So, I mean, there's some green right there. So I'm going to do the same thing over here that I did over there, which was the circle and the boxes. So I think this was for Saturday. I should have written it down. I knew that that was going to be a problem, yet I still didn't do that. So I'm going to move these off of here. There we go. I'm also going to write TH on here because I don't want to forget. And you're thinking, Jenny, you'll just do it in like 5 minutes. I know, but I still might forget. All right, so we've got green and we've got green. So I'm just going to incorporate that, and then I'm going to overlap here because I think it looks awesome. No other reason other than I like how it looks. And yeah, that's amazing. Now, the same thing is true over here. Excuse me. Remember, I told you I've been sick with the flu for a week, so there's still a little bit of remnants, if you will. Now let's see if we have blue. I didn't see any on the first sheet. So that's okay because, first of all, I was able to find one. Second of all, I could have made one with the watercolor. So that would have been fine had I done that. I'm going to put an F on here for Friday. I will add this little guy right here. Now, one of the things I don't love is I don't love putting it here because then it's too matchy-matchy and they're two the same. So I'm going to put this right here instead. And I love the staggered look of that anyway. So that is amazing. So now I will write Saturday on here. Now the cool thing is that because I have not been putting activities down here, I can still do that, right? Because there's room down here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check and see if there's any purple circles. I don't actually think there are, but you know what? Guess what? I've been so wrong before. So let's see if there's purple circles. All right, there are no purple circles. I say that 100 times fast, but I've got a solution. These journaling guys, well, first of all, there's lots of small circles. You can see those there. But there's these two. Now, what's awesome about these is that we can just go ahead and add our guy here. Now you're thinking, okay, that's white. Yes, it is white, but it doesn't have to stay white. Little watercolor palette. The ones that I've already used, I've done like a little guide right there. It's got a palette that you can do for some mixing, so let's do it, shall we? All right, what I have here is a watercolor brush, and I need to fill it up actually, so I'm going to do that really quick. You do not need a ton of water. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, dry off the barrel because I don't want it to drip on my page and make an enormous mess. But so I've got water in here. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit in the palette. I didn't clean this off great last time, but that's okay. I know this one is my purple from my thing up there. Look at that, I made some pretty purple water. So we're going to just go ahead and give this a good wash. Make it nice and damp and saturated. Then I'm going to take a tiny bit of the purple and add it right here. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Add a little bit more of the water so we can sort of flush that out a tiny bit, because we want to add lots of pretty color, but we want it to look like a watercolor, right? So you don't want it to all be the same. You want some of it to be a little bit different, so it's got that watercolor effect when it dries. So we'll go ahead and we will let this dry. I won't add anything to it just quite yet because we don't want to write on it because it's very wet, am I right? So I'm going to clean my brush off better this time. I was out of water last time, so that's why I did not clean it. Then, if you'll recall, I have this leftover baby wipe. Voila, all finished. Gorgeous. I try to use those as often as I can because they're just so pretty and fun that I might as well, am I right? Okay, so now we have moved into Sunday. And so Sunday, there is, I could use a circle and add itty bitty, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go and pull out my alphabet stickers. I love these, by the way. And I'm going to see which gold ones I can use for writing itty bitty. So let's see. I only have one Y in this alpha, so that's not going to work. I could with these, but I don't love these and they're tiny. I will use them if necessary. So let's see, only one Y here too. And we're into green. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back to those tiny ones that I said I didn't want to use and see if we have, okay, we have enough Y's, we have an I, we have 4 T's, and yep, okay, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna add itty bitty up here with these gold stickers. And I don't know if I want to or not, but all right, so I'm gonna try the tweezers. I haven't tried them in like 400 years, but I've become increasingly bad with using tiny stickers, and so I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I'll be any good at it, and that's okay. I used to be terrible at it, which doesn't surprise me, but all right. All right, so we'll just spell out itty bitty. All right, these actually turned out way better than I thought they were going to. I was really just not loving them because they're so tiny, but this actually is really, really cute. So I've kind of changed my mind about these alphabet stickers. So I'm sorry, alphabet stickers, for the things I said when I thought I didn't want to use you, because you're actually adorable. Now, the thing that I will do after this is I will go back through all the holes in those circles, and we will add little bullet point circles and those types of things to fill in and just make it overall look really cute. And I'm just so excited about how this week has turned out so far. I think it's going to be a really super fun one. And you know what? It's a great way to use up some of those stickers you wouldn't ordinarily use. So for me, circle stickers are definitely not something that I use in my planning that much. I mean, I do sometimes, but not on the regular. As you can see, I'm also staggering the itty just to make it a little bit more playful and fun, because itty bitty is baseball for 2 to 5 year olds. And so if there's anything that's fun and a little bit crazy, it's itty bitty. So let's make it look like it, shall we? Okay, so there we go. All right, that turned out like crazy amounts of fun. I'm super excited about it. All right, so you can see we need to fill in a tiny bit. I need a little bit of red and a little bit of pink. The cool part about all of this is that there's just so many different shades of all these colors and so many different sizes. And so you're really able to kind of make it work, you know, like figure things out. And because there's so many different sticker books these days, you can really just kind of get in there and yeah, make it all look awesome, even if you didn't know like how that was going to work, you know, like, because I had no idea how this was all going to come together, but it has in the end, and it looks fantastic, and I'm really excited about it. So I find this to be very, very cool. Now I'm also going to see, that's awesome. Just the little tiny itty bitty ones really add something super special, I think, to the overall layout. Now I have this little heart, which of course they're gold on the yellow day, right? Why would I have yellow ones? But that's all right. So I'm just going to add this guy over here just because it's fun, and well, I might as well. And the good thing is that at least I have some of these small little guys that I can add right there. And yes, I could be using the tweezers, but you know what? Let's just go crazy. I'm going to use this gold sticker too because it works with my to-do list, and then it fits right there too, and so it adds a little bit of something in there. Now I think I am going to use one more little bullet point sticker. Let's put it right there. That's so fun. Okay, now we can move on to green. Positively adorable. And the cool thing is, like, about the green one, it's so full already, you really don't need any. Again, more gold, if you can see that right down here at the bottom, which is fine. And we'll just add a couple of little guys down here, just because they're fun, right? Like, I don't need them to be here. We've got plenty going on. It's all right if I don't add something, but it just adds a extra element of playfulness in these little holes. I don't actually know if there's purple. Oh, there is. Look at that. Just trying to think of where I should add some of these things, because I might as well. I have them and I don't use them ordinarily, so let's put them right here, shall we? See, I think they totally add something. Like, they're unexpected and fun, and I kind of love it. All right, so now I'm going to go back, and I know a couple of these have gold ones, so I'm going to add like this gold guy right here, just for a little tiny bit of something extra. Not necessary, don't have to do it, but it's fun, might as well. Now I do also have out like this sticker book, remember this, an OG, and there's some little gold ones in here too. Now this one's actually fake, it's not really gold foil, but we do have some gold foil, so we're just going to add those in there. Because remember, we're just trying to enhance it. It was already fine without those, but that adds a little bit of something right there. So anyway, I know it's a little crazy and it's a little full and it's a little bit nutty, but I loved what my friend Vicky did with hers, and so I thought, let's do it. Let's just get that done. So anyway, thanks so much, guys, for stopping by and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much and make it a great day.